Another use of the term God will refer to God the ultimate, eventuating God. The one above was evolving God. This is eventuating God, and it's something different. He does not evolve, he simply is. You have to get a feel for him. He's a being that is neither absolute nor finite. He's in between. The second experiential level. He's referring back to the levels we had on page 2. This is the second one, referring to the second one back there. The second experiential level of unifying deity manifestation. They're using different terms here: revelation, manifestation, realization, actualization, self-realization. Different terms, more or less referring to the same thing under a different aspect. So this is second experiential level of unifying deity manifestation, which is one step closer to understanding God as absolute. This is God the ultimate, implies the attained realization of the synthesized absonite - superpersonal, time-space transcended, and eventuated experiential values coordinated on final creative levels of deity reality. A very dense sentence, because it refers to a lot of things, and they do not refer to our area and endeavor at all. They refer to the arena between the finite and the absolute. So we go over it again. It's the second experiential level, but it's the level of eventuation. It's the level of unifying deity manifestation. God the ultimate implies the attained realization. Refer to God the ultimate. He has finished his course of actualization. He's finished it. It's the attained realization of the synthesized absonite superpersonal. The things on the level that are between the absolute and the finite, where things are superpersonal, where they are time transcended, and where values are eventuated experiential. They're not evolutionary experiential. It's eventuated, which is another term hard of conceptualization, because we're not in the conceptual type of existence when we're there. Like, we see everything through concepts. These beings do not deal with concepts. And we have to get beyond our concepts to deal with them. So it's coordinated on the final creative levels of deity reality. When we reach that, the deity consequence of that would be beyond creative levels. We get into the uncreated levels, and that is where God understands himself on his terms, and we get to, if we can ever break into that realm, we will get to experience God beyond creative levels. Anything short of that will be God understood using creative terms, creative figures of speech, and that is really not God as he is himself. That is him down on our level, and that will never do it. The seventh thing is God the Absolute. Now here is a neat term. This is the experientializing God. God the Absolute is experientializing. This is not an existential thing. So we're in the experiential part of existence. We might get to be experiencing God on this level. Experientializing God of transcended superpersonal. So it's beyond superpersonal. We transcend the superpersonal values and divinity meanings. We have things, meanings, and values again. But this experientializing God is now existential as a deity absolute. What we're trying to do is make this potential of total deity into an experiential total deity. And this is the problem that the authors here have is how to understand that. How can things be infinite and never be finished? It makes for a neat discussion anyway. This is a third level of unifying deity expression and expansion. On this super creative level, beyond creation, deity experiences exhaustion of personalizable potential. And here is exhaustion of something that is supposed to be infinitely potential infinity. This is definitely a project that only God can do. So we have to get some vehicle to see how he's going to do this. And that's what he is arranging here. It's a mechanism to get us into how he is doing that. On this super creative level, deity experiences exhaustion of personalizable potential, encounters completion of divinity, and undergoes depletion of capacity for self-revelation to successive and progressive levels of other personalization. That is what God is trying to do. Not trying, he's doing it, I guess, and he seems to say he is, but they have no idea how we'll ever bring it to completion. And definitely we cannot conceive of the completion of divinity. The best they can come up with is saying that divinity can be conceived of as quantitatively and qualitatively. A true example is all the air around here. Quantitatively, I can't breathe all that, but qualitatively, I breathe the air right here. The same air is out there. Something like that. Same way with water. All these things can give you an idea of what he's trying to do. Deity now encounters, impinges upon, and experiences identity with the qualified absolute. And that is what the Trinity of Trinity is trying to do. If we get to the point where we can study some of that, all things will be coming to a focus, and we'll be able to understand God on a totally and entirely different level than we do down here. So for the moment, just take a break here before we start the next section, which is section 3. On the bottom of page 4 will be on page 5, which will be the first source and center, which is the origin and the beginnings